This is what it's all about, man. We might not ever get this opportunity again. So you got to play lights out.
If this is what it's all about, the Lawrence O'Brien Trophy could be coming to Atlanta. Everybody in the act. Marvin Williams here to the basket. Horford had 3 blocks protecting the paint. There's another one on Stackhouse, and Mike Bibby, beautiful no-look to Josh Smith. It was a layup. He just exploded when he got to the Milwaukee Bucks on this Atlanta Hawks game.
Bibby with the offense. 6'6", Smith 6'9", with all-world athleticism. Johnson. Marvin Williams. Got it. Johnson driving. And lays it in.
Win the second half. Regardless of what that may be, just prove to yourself, as Josh Smith rejects Jennings, prove to yourself that you can play with this team. And you're not going to get the best out of the Atlanta Hawks. Anytime you're up.
How about block number 4 tonight for Josh Smith? College played sparingly in Italy last year in a professional league. Didn't get a lot of minutes. 82 games is just way more than he's accustomed to playing.
Yeah, I just think he wore down a little bit, but he still ran the club, and they were one of the hotter teams in the NBA in the last half of the season, and he had a lot to do with that despite the low scoring.
Williams is there. Well, Milwaukee.
You got to know, force Horford to the right. That time you saw an air ball. Tough offensive rebound for Atlanta, unfortunately for Milwaukee.
Meanwhile, Salmons had to adjust into midair because of the presence of Horford. A guy who didn't expect to be playing this many minutes. He's become a starter in the absence of Bogut. Jennings and Johnson. Johnson strips him.
Wow, great defense.
It's Crawford. What a sequence for Joe Johnson.
Well, that's big-time defense right there. Stay in front of this guy.
Well, Johnson kind of steam right now at Horford for not calling out that back screen by Thomas.
He got him again. How about this? Great shuffling of the feet. Cuts him off and comes from behind to grab the steal. Great play, Johnson. Then he doesn't give up on the play. Crawford up for the layup. He sticks around, misses a tip, stays with it, and gets another easy one. Because Lamar Odom hasn't been on it. And now once he goes back there, roles become redefined, and I think the Lakers are going to ratchet it up and be ready to play some good basketball.
Crawford, after going behind the back, fouled on the shot attempts, got Skiles in disbelief, but free throw. Milwaukee Bucks are never going to give up on a game. Al Horford looking on with some concern from the Atlanta bench. Jennings.
Second youngest team, playoff experience-wise, that we have.
Big shot by... On the switch, Salmons and Pachulia. Pachulia credited with a block. Atlanta ball with numbers. And Crawford fouled by Ridnow.
Now that's 2 huge plays right there for the Atlanta Hawks. The Bibby 3, and then a great block by Pachulia. Gets sized up by Salmons as he takes it to the rack. Pachulia hangs with him, doesn't give up on the play, comes from behind and gets that block, and it's a leak out. Great play here, all ball, no question about it. Bibby gets...
And it's starting to feel like playoff basketball now here in Atlanta.
Well, you asked what the Milwaukee Bucks can do to get back in this thing. They did it. They cut it in half, and they have given themselves an opportunity to steal one here in Atlanta in Game 1.
Kind of had his way in the third quarter, and our pace kind of slowed down. We'll get it back this fourth quarter, but we just got to do it on the defensive end. I thought our defense had a lot of slippage in that third quarter.
What is the key to slowing down Jennings in the fourth quarter?
Well, we just got to get back and keep him in front of us. I thought Joe, right at the end before I took him out, did a great job in keeping him in front, got a couple of steals off of him. That's how we got to play him.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
I won't be sitting at a playoff game in New Jersey.
But if New Jersey, if the ball doesn't bounce their way and a guy like John Wall winds up somewhere else, you never know. How about Bibb? How many shots is he hitting today? 7 for 7.
14 against this Hawk team. Boy, if they can get a third guy to join Salmons and Jennings, we might have something here, Dan.
Good tap there by Pachulia, and a fresh 24 for the Hawks. Crawford. Zaza. NBA record for most points in a playoff debut by a rookie. With 36, Brandon Jennings is at 32 on the bench right now. Johnson, that's tough.
They weren't getting the ball into the paint, and Milwaukee was able to get out and run.
A turnover. Ilyasova. Salmons. Salmons blocked by Pachulia, his second block of the night.
What is that, 10?
That's at least 10. Yeah, 10 blocks for Atlanta. 4 by Horford, 4 by Smith, 2 by Pachulia.
This is a team that's in the middle of the pack in blocks per game. The Atlanta, Pachulia comes hard to say that they're not going to do it when you see the personnel that they have. I mean, Garnett and Allen and Pierce and Rondo. I mean, these guys have won a championship. It's
another Atlanta turnover. Milwaukee looking to get it into single digits again. Two-man game, Salmons and Ilyasova, and a great steal by Crawford. Deep one by Crawford. The answer by Crawford.
In the post, he can post up, and if they choose to double, which they did there, cut to the basket, and you get an easy one.
Johnson, Bibby, steps in, hits another one. 19 for Bibby.
The Atlanta Hawks barely hanging on here in the fourth quarter, partner.
Brandon Jennings with a game-high 15. For Milwaukee, Brandon Jennings much more of a one-man show with 32, although John Salmons has heated up, and he's got 16 now. Horford.
Can't let him go to his left shoulder. That's the jump hook. That's the one he wants. You've got to force him to his right shoulder. Ilyasova allowing him to get in there too close for that jump hook.
Knocked away by Crawford. 4.5 to go. Milwaukee fought so hard to get from 24 down to 7. Had to expend so much energy to do it. Johnson, yes.
A little 1-2 pick and roll. Mike Bibby sets it. A little confusion between John Salmons and Brandon Jennings, and Johnson gets the wide open look, and the Hawks have regained control up 12 here with 3.5 to play. See Bibby set that pick, giving Joe Johnson just a little window to get that shot off. Terrific scorer, as we know. And the Hawks look like they're going to get game one. To do that as you're climbing this huge mountain as the Bucks have today.
Johnson gets it back. 6 to shoot. Behind the back. Good help by the Bucks. Tough one. Yes! What a shot by Joe Johnson. Stackhouse blocked by Horford. His 5th block of the game. Shot clock turned off. Atlanta could run out the clock, and they will secure the Game 1 victory. (102-92) is the final here in Game 1. The Hawks beat Brandon Jennings and the Bucks.
22-point halftime lead for the Hawks. Almost evaporated. Got it down to 7, so the Milwaukee Bucks has got to feel good about the way they played in the second half. Despite the score, they've got to have some confidence as they go into Game 2. And Atlanta got to be more consistent.
Rick Buchers with Joe Johnson.
Thank you, Joe. Describe the second half. What did you think of it?
We just came out too lackadaisical, man, and we knew they was gonna fight hard. And in the second half, they made a run, man. They made it a game. So we got to get back to the drawing board, see what we did wrong, and pick things up come Game 2.
It's always going to be a question about the Hawks. Can they maintain that consistency? What, in your mind, has to change for that to happen?
Well, we just got to stay focused, man. We do tend to lose focus in a 48-minute ball game, man. In this type of atmosphere, man, you can't do that. So, I talk to the guys, and we'll pick it up in Game 2.
Good luck moving forward. Thank you.
Roderick, thank you. Joe Johnson in Atlanta. 102-92 over the undermanned Milwaukee Bucks. Here to Game 1. Got a scare in the second half, but held on to win. Game 1 between Miami and Boston is coming up next. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For John Barry, Rick Bucher, and our crew, I'm Dan Schulman saying so long from Atlanta. Time now to send it to Mark Jones in our ESPN studios.